What's up guys, what's going on? Starsnipe here, doing another 7 days to die video. Today I'm doing something a bit different. I'm going to try actually doing this now because it seems 7 days to die updates are going to be a bit more frequent, so I thought why not start a little bit of an update series since I am already a pretty frequent poster of it. I thought let's throw this on top, and maybe some of you will enjoy it because I'll demonstrate some update stuff that some of you might not know about. So today Alpha 3 came out for 7 days to die, and I'm just going to be going over some of the major stuff. So first off, I'm actually reading off the list of the website. There is now, if I can find it, a lead ingot recipe. All you need to do is, because before lead ore actually did nothing, now you can just pop it in there, and one lead ore will produce 9 lead ingots. And what they're used for, I think they might be useful. I'm not sure. I might need to double check this, but currently I don't think they do anything. And if they do anything, they might possibly make ammunition, or that might be a future feature. At least that's what I think. Don't quote me on that, but at least we can now actually craft lead ingots. Another thing is that you can now craft a new type of door out of iron ingots, which over here is the door hard metal. Before it could only be made using, I believe, scrap metal, or not scrap metal, but the kind of, well, before the best you can make was the rusty metal door, and I have a little demonstration going on here. So what I'm going to try to do is just show you how much stronger the door on the left is, which is the hard metal door made out of iron. That made out of the stuff that iron turns into. Actually, let me just double check here. The forging metal. This is made out of forging metal, and this is, I think, it's just made out of straight scrap metal. So let's get started. I do have 3 different shotguns for this test, so it is kind of fair since they do degrade, and now their damage actually goes down when they degrade. So let's test this out and how many shotgun shells it takes to take down each door. 1, 2, 3 shotgun shells takes that one out. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how much it takes for the middle door, which you use forging metal for. That one was scrap metal. And finally we have the iron ingot door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pretty much it can withstand, just kind of take an idea of that, because how much damage shotgun shells do. It can pretty much withstand about 50, anywhere from 33, or like, well, I mean, if I'm doing my math here right, this one had 4 hits and that one had anywhere from 5. So anywhere from 25 to 50%. It can withstand anywhere from 25 to 50% more damage depending on how you're doing it. I was just testing it with this to kind of just give you a general idea. So for the most part, somewhere in that 25 to 50 range. And all of these were just so you see, I was as fair as possible. So yeah, definitely this door, it's really good for those fortresses that you might be making and you might want to be just really good. Next we have recipes for wooden shingles. Now how you make this is you let me get it over here. Wooden shingles, they are made with 4 plywood, and they are turned into this nice wooden shingle block. I'll just place it here to kind of demonstrate what it looks like. That's what it looks like, just kind of a shanty house, I guess. That's what they're going for. And with this, like all these stuff, you can actually make an entire house out of it. Now, what wooden shingles are made into are the wedges. How this is made, let me show you right here. Wooden shingles wedges. You throw it down like that, and it produces 6 wooden shingles. What these look like, you just plop them down like that, and it kind of just makes that kind of just the ramp that you see on most houses. After that, you can also use the wedges. If I can show you here, they can be used for the corner, which takes up 2 wedges, and 2 corners are produced from that. Let's put that over there. And they are used for just this in general, so I could actually build a full one if I wanted to, but I want to be as quick and precise as possible. And then finally you can make the wooden shingle pyramid, which you just need 1 wedge for, and it produces a pyramid which you can throw on top of your house. And that's just kind of an example, so you could make a nice little hut out of it, or possibly just make it like a normal home with the weights and stuff. And definitely just kind of cool that they are adding more aspects on how to design this stuff. So there is that. Now we have a big feature that I did notice, because in my Alpha 2 playthrough I got a M136 rocket launcher, and if I could just throw some rockets in here, as you can see, before it actually didn't have a degradation bar, and it also It didn't have any iron sights, but apparently they changed that, so now you can look down the sights, and every time you fire, as you can see, the condition is 29 out of 30 and does 98 damage. I can fire at that, get a hit on that, my damage goes down to 96%, and one condition goes down, and this thing is pretty awesome. Hopefully I will use it in my playthrough. So after that, there are now stack limits on both Loa-Cream and first aid bandages, so I'm pretty sure over here Loa-Cream is maxed out at 5 because it doesn't seem I can stack these two no matter how much I try. So Loa-Cream is maxed out at 5. Also Loa-Cream, they added a new sound effect for it, if you can see here. I'm not sure if they had this before, but now when you apply it, there's like a nice creamy sound effect being created. So let me throw that back in my inventory, and that's just produced from... Actually, I don't know how it's produced. Yeah, this is just an update video going over the new stuff. Not going to go over the old stuff that I actually have no clue about. Next, after that, we have... Oh yeah, and first aid bandages. Let me just show you that. First, there we go. They max out at 5 as well. After that, we have a hay bale recipe, which is produced from brown grass. So let me just show you that. All you need is 4 brown grass, and it produces 1 hay bale. Now, I made a little demonstration here to show that it actually does absorb fall damage. How much so, I'm not sure. But this is about a 4 to 5 block fall. And when I fall on this, just a solid rock, I do take health damage. However, if I can go back up there and take the exact same height fall, but this time let me land on this hay bale block right here. No fall damage is taken. Now, how much to an extent that is, I'm not sure. But it is a feature, and I'll probably do some more testing on that. Now, next, there is also a plant fibers recipe from brown grass, so they're actually adding a lot of stuff to do with brown grass. If we can find that right there, all you gotta do is plop 1 brown grass down, and you get a plant fiber. The use of plant fibers, I'm actually not entirely sure. Possibly for the crossbow, because I actually didn't see that before. Possibly to tie it together. I don't know though. Just know that they are now craftable, and you probably don't need to find them anymore. There's also a new torch recipe, which can be made from sticks and brown grass. So kind of really big overhaul for the brown grass, because before I don't think it had too much of a use, but now it actually can do a lot of things. The amount of torches it makes is kind of minimal compared to other methods, but nonetheless, it does still make a good amount. Okay amount. There's the new player ornament sound that I already showed. Degradation affects all the weapons, as you saw here. It affects how much damage it does to blocks. So if I were to continue doing this, might be different with the rocket launcher since it fires a goddamn rocket. But the pump shotgun, the damage that it inflicts on blocks will decrease, just like the amount of damage it will inflict on entities like zombies. There's also a new zombie sound set for both the females and the males. Not really going to go into that because I have to find some zombies. I'm not going to know if they're new, but just know that there are now new sounds that will possibly make you poop your pants. So, not my fault if you need to buy a new pair. Next what we have is, there's actually a plank recipe now from trunk tips. All you got to do is plop them down, and every trunk tip creates 2 planks, and that's definitely new. Before, trunk tips were kind of useless if you ever did craft them. They weren't backwards compatible / backwards craftable. Get it? Play on words. Okay. After that, we have like I said, the Veracream sound apply thing. I'm not even sure that was a sentence. There's also a new Auger sound set, so let me spawn that in really quickly because I actually didn't have that prepared, sadly. Might not sound too different, but let's just fire this thing up. Definitely, yeah, it actually sounds different from what I played. Definitely in Alpha 2, definitely sounds different. And then if it could empty out anytime soon, I think there's an empty sound. So right now I'm not clicking anything, and if I click it, you can kind of hear a stirring in the engine. I'm pretty sure the same is true for the chainsaw, so allow me to spawn one of those in really quickly. Chainsaw, oh my god, I wish I could find one of these in my playthrough. If I just start doing that, let's just keep attacking. Let's attacking that air, going ham. And then it's out, so now this is when it's like kind of idle, out of gas, and I'm gonna click it right now. You can kind of hear like the gears slash engine stirring. They also did add, I believe, a reload animation, so allow me to get some gas cans here, and let's reload this thing. So you actually do reload it. You don't exactly see it, but it is there, and it's definitely an animation unlike before, which didn't have anything. Let me show you the auger really quickly. However, I might need to use this thing up. Actually, I might just like do one click. Let's reload it. And there you can see kind of just me emptying some gas into it. And definitely cool that they now, didn't want to hit that, definitely cool that they actually now are adding more and more stuff, and it's definitely making this more of a complete and slowly but surely more fun game, because this game before definitely fun, now it's only getting more funner. There's also the new reloads like I was talking about, and some new buckets whenever you fill them, and they affect water. However, I couldn't really find a stream near me during my time period. I had to set this up. And there's also a new game browser client for the master server, but I don't really mess around with the multiplayer, so that is mostly it. All the other stuff is just minor changes, nothing new added. So if you do want to do that, you can probably find the full change log. I'll try to leave a link in the description, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I might be doing this more often because it's not too much trouble, and I feel like it's a really informative video that might help a lot of you out, and helping you out is kind of feels awesome because I like giving back, I guess, and being cool. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, helps us out a lot. This is gonna be Starsnipe signing out. Love you guys.